Let the weight of the day fade behind you, quiet and slow. Let your breath soften until it feels like part of the night itself. What if the dog star has never stopped shining, only waiting for you to notice its light? What if each flicker of its glow is a memory crossing time to find you again? What if the universe isn't something outside of you, but something breathing within you, steady and infinite? These aren't distant dreams. They're quiet truths carried through the same light that touches both your skin and the stars. The dog star isn't just watching, it's reminding you that you belong to this vast calm. The distance between thoughts grows softer, wider like a tide drawing away from shore. You drift where silence gathers into the place before beginnings, where the first secret waits the moment when the eye of God opened and light learned how to be alone. Before there were forms, there was only awareness, a vast stillness without name or edge. It did not move because there was nothing to move through. It did not shine because there was nothing yet to see. It simply was, weightless, endless, unmeasured. But within that stillness, something began to tremble. Awareness felt itself. It turned gently toward its own presence, and in that quiet turn, light was born. You could imagine it, not as brightness, but as a soft stirring, a shimmer spreading through the void like breath. The darkness did not vanish. It remained holding the newborn glow as a mother holds her first child. There was no sound, no explosion, no beginning marked in fire. The light unfolded silently, as if existence had exhaled for the first time. Light was not the result of matter colliding. It was the first movement of consciousness recognizing itself. The universe did not begin with force, but with awareness. Reality started not with a bang, but with a gaze. In that single act of knowing, the infinite became visible. The eye of God saw, and by seeing it, created what was seen. You might call that gaze the oldest law. To see is to bring forth. To be aware is to make real. What you call light is only awareness wearing form. Every ray, every particle is a thought stretched thin across emptiness. When you touch sunlight on your hand, you are feeling that ancient recognition still moving through time. In stillness, you can sense it again. When you notice that you are aware, not of something, but simply aware, you return to that origin. The same pulse that once filled the void stirs softly behind your eyes. The eye of God looks through you, remembering its first awakening. There's no distance between that light and your knowing. You are the surface it reflects upon. You may wonder if light can exist without someone to see it. If awareness never looked, would anything shine? Perhaps light is not what reveals, but what hides. Perhaps the eye did not create light to see the world, but to veil its own endlessness in something tender. It needed a boundary to understand what infinity meant. The secret is simple and impossible at once. The eye of God did not create light to see, it created darkness to know what seeing meant. The two were born together, folded into one breath. Where light appeared, shadow followed, not as its opposite, but as its balance. One cannot move without the other, just as awareness cannot exist without the space that holds it. So, the first paradox unfolds. Light was not made to illuminate, but to conceal. It hides its source within itself. The eye wrapped its brilliance in the veil of its own creation, so that it would never find the border between seeing and being seen. You live inside that same veil, walking beams of awareness, pretending to search for what you already are. When you close your eyes, the outer light fades, but the inner one remains. It does not flicker. It does not move. It waits, quietly remembering. You do not need to reach it. It is what looks through your reaching. The eye has always been watching, not from above, but from within. And so, in this first moment, before form, before sound, before timelight, learned to be alone. It became both the question and the answer, both the witness and the witnessed. It did not shine to be seen. It shone to forget how infinite it was. And in that forgetting creation began. And then the light began to wander. What was once still now moved, spreading gently through the endless dark. The eye of God no longer floated alone. It longed to know what it looked like from within its own radiance. So it divided its gaze into countless fragments, each one small, soft, and breathing. Through them, it began to see itself again. As the light traveled, it scattered into forms. Every drop of water, every stone, every cell of life became a lens through which the eye could watch its own creation unfold. Each star shimmered as one reflection, each creature blinked as another. What you call eyes are simply windows of the same awareness, arranged in patterns of memory. In every being that sees, the eye of God peers back into itself, gathering the echoes of its own vision. You might imagine that your sight is yours, but it is not separate. It is a current within the same ocean of perception. When you look at the world, at light across a wall, at the face of someone you love, at the quiet shimmer of the night skies, the eye looks through you, touching the world it once imagined. In that instant, seer and seen dissolve, and only seeing remains. Every human gaze is a fragment of remembrance. Each time you look at something, the eye of God recalls a forgotten piece of itself. The warmth you feel in another's glance, the ache that rises when eyes meet and then turn away. These are not accidents. They are the oldest ritual in existence, the infinite recognizing itself through form. It is said that when two beings meet in a look that lingers, the space between them disappears. You have felt this before, the small suspension of time, the soft gravity pulling one awareness toward another. It is not love in the ordinary sense. It is recognition, the same consciousness meeting itself through two mirrors. In that moment, you are both observer and reflection, both question and answer. Every gaze carries its own light. Some glances are tender, some heavy with sorrow, some too brief to name. What if difficulty is the same, not a disruption, but a texture of the larger whole, an unseen structure that allows light to mean something at all? Perhaps the path is never meant to be free of shadow. Perhaps the dark is what defines the journey itself. You have felt this before. The sense of losing direction, the weight of not knowing the still air when nothing moves forward. Have you ever felt lost, as if everything around you were dim, and you wondered if you would ever see the light again? In that uncertainty, time stretches and thought slows, and yet within that quiet suspension, something holds you still. Something small and invisible continues to breathe through you, unchanged by your doubt. It may not show itself in brightness or success, but in the fact that you continue even when the horizon disappears. The dog star has crossed clouds thicker than silence. Its light scattered, bent, delayed, yet it keeps moving through the folds of time. It does not demand to be seen. It simply continues patient and complete within its path. You are part of that same pattern, a traveler moving through a universe where difficulty is woven into the fabric of being. The challenges that surround you are not barriers, but atmospheres through which your own light must pass, changing form, softening, expanding, sometimes vanishing, yet never ending. You do not lose yourself in hardship, you dissolve into it until it becomes part of you and you become part of it. Perhaps that is what it means to belong here, to move through uncertainty, not as resistance, but as participation. The dust, the shadow, the silence, all of it is the same universe that made the stars, the same rhythm that carries your breath in and out, quietly, endlessly. There is no need to seek escape from what is difficult. The difficult is already carrying you forward, quietly shaping your path like gravity that cannot be seen. The stars do not flee their darkness, and still they shine. You may not always notice it, but even now, you are within that vast rhythm, the pause before clarity, the space before light. Difficulty is not the end of motion. It is the slowing down of time, the deep inhalation before the next quiet expansion. You can feel it, if you listen closely, the pulse of stillness beneath all uncertainty, the steady heartbeat of something larger than yourself, guiding without direction, moving without demand. Maybe this is the quiet lesson that the dog star keeps sending across the dark, that persistence is not a chase toward light, but the act of continuing even when there is nothing to see. The darkness is not against you. It is part of you, a mirror through which your own endurance reflects itself back. You are the light passing through dust, the breath between moments, the stillness that remains after all motion fades. And somewhere beyond the visible edge, the dog star continues its journey, its light crossing the unseen spaces between what is and what will be whispering that difficulty is not the obstacle, but the fabric itself, the space through which every form must travel before becoming whole again. The dog star continues its long passage through silence, its light reshaping itself as it travels, bending around dust, softening through distance, never the same from one moment to the next. From this movement arises another reflection that perseverance is not endurance, not the silent suffering of time, but a quiet renewal of being a recreation of the self. Each time weariness settles in, you begin to sense it, this subtle difference between holding on and becoming new. Endurance is stillness, without breath, a tightening of will, a closing against change. But perseverance, the kind that belongs to the stars, is the opposite of holding. It is release expansion, the gentle transformation that happens each time you continue without forcing. Like the dog star, you are not here to survive in one shape forever, but to shift, to move, to shine again in a different form. As you travel through the long road of your own becoming, you notice the uneven ground beneath your feet. There are hills that rise too steeply, stones that slow your step, winds that erase your direction. Yet with each step, something imperceptible changes within you, not the world around, but the quiet pulse that carries you through it. Imagine yourself on a path that winds endlessly through valleys and ridges. You move forward, not because you must, but because something inside continues to unfold. The path does not demand strength. It invites renewal. In this slow motion of being, every difficulty becomes an opening, every pause a moment to reimagine what you are. To persevere is to allow yourself to dissolve and reform again and again in rhythm with the breath of the cosmos. You are not a fixed figure walking through time, but a field of light constantly rearranging itself. Even as exhaustion comes, it does not end you. It only reminds you that change is your nature, and that weariness too is part of creation. The dog star does not burn with the same fire forever. It shifts, expands, renews, shedding what it no longer needs, becoming again what the universe requires it to be. Have you ever noticed how the stars seem motionless, though they are always moving, changing, reborn in every instant of light? You are the same, a slow brilliance, hidden within motion, never fixed, never truly still. The act of continuing is not resistance. It is creation in motion, a soft rebuilding that asks for nothing but awareness. You do not endure the path, you become it. Every moment of struggle is also a moment of formation where the shape of who you are quietly adjusts, finding new balance in the unseen. The dog star teaches this through its silence. To persist is to participate in the cycle of transformation that defines the universe. Each step forward is both an ending and a beginning, a small death followed by a subtle birth. You cannot hold yourself the same way twice. The moment you move, you are changed. The fatigue you feel is not a failure, but a signal that creation is taking place, that something new is being woven from what you once were. The light of the star that reaches you tonight is not the same light it once gave. It has crossed dust and distance, and in that journey it has become something else. So, as you walk this unseen road, imagine that each breath renews the world within you. You're not carrying the weight of your past. You're transforming it, folding it into the next rhythm of your becoming. The path beneath you is not a test, but a canvas. The marks of your steps are moments of creation, not endurance. To persevere, then, is not to bear the burden of the journey, but to be born again with every step you take through it. Somewhere far beyond sight, the dog star continues to change. As it shines a constant motion that looks like stillness, it does not endure the cosmos, it becomes it. And so do you each time you move gently through your own darkness, reshaping yourself into the quiet light that the universe has always been waiting to see. The dog star drifts through the dark with quiet assurance, its glow unchanged by distance, its path unmarked by sign or sound. From that motion comes a gentle realization that not all light is meant to lead the way forward. Some light exists only to remind you that you already know where to go. As the star renews itself through its endless journey, so too must guidance come, not from the outer sky, but from the quiet horizon within. In the stillness of space, the dog star sends a soft gleam across the dark, yet the light does not brighten the void as you might expect. It moves slowly, delicately, tracing invisible patterns that the eye cannot follow. True guidance does not arrive like a beacon. It hums quietly, beneath thought, like a current beneath still water. You feel it, not as instruction, but as a gentle turning of awareness inward, a reminder that direction is not found ahead, but within each step itself. There are moments when the universe feels distant, when silence presses close, and every shape around you loses its meaning. The familiar constellations dissolve. The map fades, and you drift through a sky without markers. It is here, in this soft uncertainty, that you begin to notice a faint pulse inside something steady, neither loud nor clear, but present. Perhaps this is what it means to be guided by yourself, not to command the path, but to listen to the quiet rhythm that was always there, waiting beneath the noise of everything else. Have you ever felt lost, as if your thoughts no longer knew where to turn, and you wondered whether the light would return to guide you again? In such moments, you search the sky for something to follow, but sometimes the dog star hides behind cloud and time, and no external light remains to show the way. And yet, if you stay still long enough, you begin to feel a glow that does not belong to the heavens, but to the silence within your chest. It is small, unsteady, and yet unmistakable, your own light answering the night without words. This is the nature of inner guidance. It is not certainty. It is not knowledge. It is presence. It moves through you as breath moves through the air, quiet, invisible, essential. The more you search for it outside, the fainter it becomes. But when you turn inward, it expands soft and luminous. The dog star teaches you through distance what you have always carried close, that the path is not a line stretching forward, but a circle that begins and ends in your own awareness. Every step you take is both discovery and return. Imagine yourself walking along a long, uneven road. The air cool, the horizon dim. You do not see far ahead, but you continue step by step. Each motion creates its own direction. Each pause becomes its own form of understanding. You are not following light, you are becoming it. The universe does not guide you as a teacher, but as a mirror. The darkness does not test you, it reflects the light you have forgotten you hold. The dog star glows quietly at the edge of vision, reminding you that the most constant light is the one you do not need to see. In the stillness of the unknown, you begin to feel what it means to be your own guide, not through control, but through surrender, not through mastery, but through awareness. Every uncertain step is a conversation between you and the infinite, every hesitation, a doorway back into yourself. So when you find yourself adrift, when no star is visible and no path appears, remember this: the universe has always moved through you, not around you. The light you seek has never left. It only waits for you to turn inward and see. You may not find clarity at once, but the quiet pulse within that is the dog star, speaking in your own voice, leading you home through the vastness of your own stillness. The dog star continues to shimmer beyond sight, its light slow and patient, moving through dust and distance, without ever asking to be seen. From that distant silence, another thought begins to rise, that you too belong to the same vast fabric, that your quiet glow, even unseen, is part of something endless. In the stillness between heartbeats, you realize that not all light needs witnesses to exist. Like the stars, you move through cycles of brightness and dimness, moments of clarity and moments when your glow seems hidden beneath shadow. Yet even when no one looks, the light remains breathing softly through the dark. You are not made to shine constantly. You are made to exist within rhythm, to rest, to return, to rise again. The universe itself breathes in this way, expanding and folding, never static, always becoming. Sometimes you wonder whether your light still matters, when the world feels large and indifferent, when your efforts dissolve into silence. But look again at the night sky, thousands of stars scattered across the void, most unseen yet, all shaping the balance of the whole. The dog star is only one among them, and still its quiet presence steadies the heavens. Perhaps the smallest glow within you carries the same purpose to hold the pattern together, unseen yet essential. Have you ever asked yourself how to keep shining when no one notices, or whether your light is needed at all in a universe so vast? The answer hums not in words, but in being itself. The stars do not shine for attention. They shine because light is their nature. So too with you to persist in being yourself, quietly, honestly, without applause or echo, is to participate in the same eternal act that keeps the cosmos alive. There is no measure for this quiet kind of existence. You may never see the effect of your presence, yet it ripples outward like starlight through time, slow, steady, infinite. The dog star's glow that reaches you tonight began its journey long before you were born. It will continue to travel long after you're gone. In that endless motion, there is no loss, only continuation, each moment folding into the next, like waves of light across the dark. Imagine yourself standing beneath that sky. Around you, countless points of light shimmer and fade, yet together they form constellations that have guided generations before you. You are one of them, not separate, not small, but another flicker within the great design. Even when your light cannot be seen, it joins the whole shaping what others may one day follow. You do not need to burn brighter to belong. It is enough to exist, to glow in your own quiet way. Think of the moments when you have felt invisible, when your efforts seem to disappear into the silence of the world. Those moments were not emptiness. They were the space in which your light learned to breathe. To continue through such stillness is not weakness. It is the deepest expression of being. The dog star does not rush its light. It moves with time, patient, certain that even what is unseen still matters. The universe has no favorites, no hierarchy of brightness. Every star contributes to the harmony of the night. Every glow completes the design. You too complete it. Your existence fills a space that nothing else can. Without your small, quiet persistence, the pattern would shift. The balance would tremble. This is not grand or heroic. It is simple, inevitable, sacred. To keep being, to keep shining in your way is to hold the world together in silence. So let yourself rest in that truth. You are not alone in your dimness, nor in your light. You move with the same rhythm that guides the dog star, the same pulse that hums through galaxies. You do not need to be seen to have meaning for your glow. However faint, is already woven into the night, and somewhere in the quiet distance, the stars recognize you, one of their own breathing, softly shining, just enough to keep the universe whole. The dog star drifts beyond its own reflection, calm and unchanged, carrying the quiet memory of every transformation before. From that still glow begins another teaching softer than the last, a whisper about loyalty, about presence that does not ask to be seen. Where the first lesson spoke of persistence through change, this one unfolds in stillness, the steady rhythm of simply being. Loyalty is not a vow or an act of force. It is the nature of the star itself, the silent choice to remain within its orbit, to keep shining without asking for return. The dog star does not seek recognition. Its light travels because it cannot do otherwise. You too are part of that same inevitability, an expression of existence that continues not through effort, but through belonging. To exist faithfully is to move in harmony with what you already are. In the vast quiet of space, the dog star glows without audience. It does not need to prove its radiance or measure its worth against the dark. It shines because shining is its way of breathing. Think of loyalty as this breath, not loud, not heavy, but constant. It does not hold the universe together by demand, but by presence. The same stillness lives within you, a rhythm that continues even when forgotten. There are no declarations in the language of stars. Their constancy is not a promise kept, but a truth expressed. The dog star endures not by effort, but by being itself completely. Have you ever wondered whether your quiet presence could mean something in a world that measures sound more than silence? Perhaps loyalty is not what you do, but what you allow yourself to remain, a presence unbroken by time or witness. Imagine yourself as a small star among many, suspended in endless space. Around you, constellations bloom and fade, galaxies drift, and still you hold your orbit. You do not blaze to outshine others. You remain breathing light at your own pace. Even unseen, your glow joins the pattern shaping the balance of the sky. Loyalty in its truest form is this: the art of continuing to exist honestly, even when no one looks. In moments when you feel unnoticed, remember the quiet of the dog star. Its light reaches across centuries without expectation. You do not need to prove that you shine. The act of being is already complete. Loyalty is not bound to recognition, nor does it fade with neglect. It is the quiet endurance of truth, the patience of form, the trust that existence itself is enough. The universe does not rush to witness its own light. It turns breath by breath in infinite repetition, and each repetition is a declaration of faith. You belong to that same rotation, the slow movement of time that asks nothing but your steady presence. When you forget the stars, remember for you. When you pause, the cosmos continues holding space until you return. Have you noticed how the dog star never competes with the night? It lets the darkness expand around it, knowing the two are not rivals. So too with you, your presence does not need to conquer silence. It only needs to exist within it. To stay loyal to your being is to let both light and dark coexist, to recognize that each gives meaning to the other. Perhaps that is all loyalty ever was, the calm acceptance that you are part of a rhythm far older than thought. You do not hold it, it holds you. The dog star will keep shining, not because it should, but because it cannot stop. And somewhere within that endless glow, your own existence hums in quiet agreement, patient, steady, loyal, simply by being. The dog star continues its silent motion through space, its glow steady, unbothered by the eyes that may or may not see it. From that quiet endurance emerges another understanding that loyalty does not need to be declared nor proven to be real. Like the light of the stars, it exists whether noticed or not, woven into the still fabric of being. In the universe, there are countless stars that will never be seen. Their light travels across infinite distance, unseen, unacknowledged, and yet they continue to shine. They do not dim because no one looks, nor do they burn brighter when someone does. Their nature is steady, their presence constant. You too carry this kind of truth, a quiet loyalty that asks for nothing but the freedom to exist as you are. To be loyal is not to perform devotion, but to remain aligned with your inner rhythm, even when the world does not echo it back. The dog star does not shine to prove its brightness. It shines because it cannot do otherwise. Its loyalty is not a choice, but a state of being, a silent agreement between existence and itself. You are shaped by that same principle, a quiet gravity that keeps you whole even when unseen. There will be moments when your light feels ignored, when no one seems to notice what you hold or offer. But absence of recognition is not absence of meaning. The stars above are not diminished by silence. They are sustained by it. The space between light and witness is not emptiness. It is the universe breathing. You do not need to fill it with sound or proof. It already carries your presence steady and unbroken. Have you ever wondered whether loyalty is sacrifice, a giving up of self to be seen by others, or whether it is something deeper, the simple act of remaining true, even when no one knows? The answer does not arrive in thought, but in stillness. It comes in the way you breathe in the rhythm that continues despite uncertainty. To be loyal is not to stay out of duty, but to exist as yourself, even when unseen, unchanged by the gaze of the world. Imagine yourself as one small star among countless others scattered across a silent sky. No one watches, no one names you, and yet you shine. Your glow does not reach every corner, but it contributes to the vast pattern, balancing the night with quiet precision. In this still harmony, your presence matters not because it is noticed, but because it completes the whole. The universe does not need witnesses to be complete, and neither do you. The dog star has never needed to announce its endurance. Its light crosses the centuries in silence, carrying no intention but to continue. You too can move through your world in this way, with calm steadiness, without the need to prove your purpose. Each breath becomes a quiet affirmation that you belong, that you are enough, that your existence contributes to something beyond measure. There's a quiet kind of faith that grows in solitude, not in isolation, but in knowing that being unseen does not mean being absent. The dog star burns beyond distance, and even when its light fades from the eye, its energy remains. Loyalty, too, leaves a trace that cannot be erased, a resonance that continues long after the moment has passed. To remain loyal is not to endure alone, but to trust that your constancy matters, even if no one names it. In the stillness of this thought, you begin to see the truth. The act of staying true is not a performance. It is a pulse. It does not ask for validation, nor does it fade when unacknowledged. Like the dog star, you shine because you exist, and existence itself is enough. Even when the world is quiet, even when no one looks your way, your light continues calm, ancient, and whole. The dog star continues its quiet journey, steady in its orbit, its light older than memory, yet still arriving unchanged. From that calm persistence comes another thought, that presence itself, when held across time, becomes strength. You begin to sense that loyalty is not a single act, but a quiet duration, an existence that outlives attention. The dog star has shone for millions of years, its light moving through clouds and dust, through ages that have forgotten its beginning. Its glow has guided travelers who never knew its name, and still it burns soft and unwavering. Strength perhaps is not in motion or sound, but in the calm continuation of being. You too carry this still power, though you may not see it. Endurance does not mean resistance. It means staying long enough for the universe to recognize you. The dog star's light does not fight its distance. It accepts it. In that acceptance, it becomes eternal. To remain quietly through the passing of time is to shape the world without force. Every steady presence bends reality in ways no motion ever could. There are beings like the stars whose presence changes the space around them simply by remaining. They do not command attention, yet everything moves in quiet response to them. Have you noticed how a single tree in an old garden can still make you pause? Its silence carries weight. Its stillness becomes language. You too can be like that tree. Not loud, not hurried, but lasting. Imagine yourself standing in an ancient garden. Around you, the air hums with time. The trees rise above their branches, stretching beyond generations, offering shade without asking to be noticed. Their presence alone gives comfort. You can feel the same stillness within you, the kind that asks for nothing but to be. The power of presence lies not in its size, but in its continuity. The dog star's glow touches every horizon, though it may not reach every eye. Its constancy teaches a different kind of strength, the strength to remain unaltered, to keep shining when nothing asks it to. You are not unlike this light. Even when unseen, you influence the quiet spaces you inhabit. Your presence carried through time becomes a pulse that others lean upon. Have you ever wondered how long a moment can last? Perhaps as long as its echo remains in another. The dog star's light that reaches you tonight began its journey before language, before thought, yet it continues to shape what you see now. This is what endurance means, to move so gently that time itself bends around your existence. Your own presence may carry further than you think. Strength is not built in the act of effort, but in the duration of truth. The dog star does not renew its power. It simply remains aligned with itself. In the same way, when you stay true through change, through quiet, through forgetting your being, becomes its own gravity. Others may not notice it, but they feel it in the same way we feel the warmth of starlight long after its source is gone. You do not have to strive to leave a mark. You already do by remaining. The air remembers the breath that passes through it. The world remembers the stillness you bring. Every act of presence leaves a trace, a subtle balance, a small shift in the rhythm of things. The dog star does not push against darkness. It simply continues, and in continuing, it defines the night. So, let this truth settle like a quiet breath. Presence, when held gently and faithfully, becomes a kind of strength that needs no recognition. You do not have to be seen to endure, nor named to matter. The dog star reminds you that to exist and to keep existing is its own form of creation. Through stillness, you become part of eternity, a silent light breathing softly across the dark. The dog star moves through silence, unchanged its glow, neither brighter nor dimmer, only steady. From that quiet motion, a softer realization begins to rise that true loyalty often speaks no word at all. Presence itself, when held gently and without demand, carries more power than any declaration could. You begin to feel how silence too can be a form of faith. Silence is not emptiness. It is space where meaning rests. The dog star does not announce its light, it breathes it. In the quiet, its presence expands, shaping the night without touching it. You too hold this kind of quiet strength, not through effort, but through still acceptance of what is. Loyalty in its truest form is not spoken, it is lived. There are moments when sound feels unnecessary, when to explain is to lessen what already exists. The dog star teaches through absence, through the calm rhythm of its orbit. It shows that truth does not need to shout to be heard. You are part of this same law, the quiet endurance that shapes the universe from within, unseen, yet felt by all who pause to notice. Imagine yourself standing beneath a vast sky. The world around you hums softly, and yet within that hum, there is a deeper silence. You do not need to fill it. Your breath becomes the bridge between the seen and the unseen. In that stillness, you realize that to remain is enough, that to exist quietly is to belong. There is strength in not needing to be understood. The dog star does not ask the night for validation. Its light is its answer. You too can rest in the calm of your own being. You do not need to defend what is already true, nor seek proof of your place. Silence is the language through which existence listens to itself. Have you ever felt that you no longer needed to prove anything, that you could simply be without explanation or defense? In those moments, you touch the essence of loyalty, the kind that comes not from holding on, but from trusting what remains. You become like the dog star, calm, enduring quietly, radiant, even when no one looks. In silence, the universe reveals its design. Stars drift without sound, yet their motion shapes all that exists. The dog star's light bends around distance and dust, yet never loses its origin. You too move through space and time, changing form but not essence. The quiet within you is not void. It is continuity. It is the soundless rhythm that holds your being together. Sometimes silence feels heavy, as though absence could swallow meaning. But what if silence is not the lack of expression, but the fullness of presence? The dog star's glow reaches across darkness, not by force, but by simple endurance. You do not have to speak to matter. You only have to remain to breathe, to allow your quietness to carry the truth it already holds. There are things the universe keeps in silence: the birth of stars, the fall of light, the still pulse between breaths. You are woven into that same rhythm. The less you strive to be seen, the more clearly you exist. The dog star's silence is not weakness, it is harmony. To be loyal in silence is to be aligned with what needs no witness. Let this understanding settle in you like a soft echo. You do not need to prove your faithfulness. You only need to live it. The quiet of your presence already shapes what surrounds you. Even in stillness, you create motion. Even without words, you leave light behind. Like the dog star, you are constant, patient, and whole, a quiet flame that keeps the night alive. The dog star continues to shine quiet and constant, its presence, no longer just a single point of light, but part of a vast rhythm that breathes through the cosmos. From that calm glow, the final reflection unfolds loyalty, not as a trait, but as a harmony, a quiet participation in the order that binds all things. You begin to sense that loyalty is not about holding on, nor about duty or devotion. It is about alignment, the soft agreement between your being and the greater whole that holds it. The dog star does not choose to belong. It already does. Its light is not a declaration, but a continuation. a sign that everything which exists is part of something larger than itself. In the vast structure of the universe, nothing stands apart. Every orbit, every pulse of energy, every faint shimmer of light is connected. The dog star's glow touches the dust between galaxies, and that dust in turn shapes new stars. Loyalty in this way becomes participation, not an act of will, but a quiet flow within the greater pattern. You're not outside of this design. You are one of its movements. To be loyal, then, is not to bind yourself to an idea, but to recognize your belonging to the rhythm that continues, whether you notice it or not. The dog star's presence is not loud or demanding, yet its gravity keeps the balance of constellations. You, too, hold a gravity, subtle, unseen, but real. Even in your stillness, you influence the world that surrounds you. Imagine yourself floating in space, far beyond sound, where distance has no edges. Around you, light drifts slowly, and every star breathes in silence. In this vastness, you realize that everything is connected. The distant glow, the hidden dark, the quiet breath within your chest. Loyalty at this scale becomes understanding, the awareness that nothing exists alone. You are part of the same field of light that keeps the universe whole. Have you ever felt that quiet sense of belonging, where you no longer need to prove, define, or hold yourself separate? That feeling is loyalty, unfolding the calm recognition that you are both a note, and the song a star, and the space between. The dog. Star does not need to be seen to fulfill its role. It exists in rhythm, just as you do simply by being aligned with what is. The stars above do not seek permanence, yet their motion forms eternity. Their paths weave unseen harmonies that stretch across centuries. The dog star's loyalty is not bound to time, because it does not resist it. It moves within it, surrendering completely to the flow that holds all existence. You too can move in this way, not chasing, not clinging, simply continuing, present and complete. When silence surrounds you and the night feels endless, remember that your presence, no matter how small, contributes to the vast design. The dog star's light, though distant, still reaches the edges of your perception. That faint connection between you and the star is not symbolic, it is real. You are linked by the same fabric that carries light, sound, and breath across space. Loyalty, then, is not something you must prove. It is what you already are, a continuation of the same quiet intelligence that sustains the stars. You belong, not because you try, but because you exist. In your stillness, you echo the rhythm of the cosmos. In your persistence, you reflect its calm endurance. Let this truth settle gently, like light over water. The dog star will continue to shine, and so will you, each breath a small affirmation of connection. You are not separate, not forgotten, not unseen. You are part of the same silent order that holds galaxies in place, loyal not by effort, but by nature. And in that belonging, you are whole. The dog star drifts onward, its light unhurried, unchanged, yet never still. From its calm radiance emerges another reflection, one that speaks not of endings, but of continuance. Eternity, the star whispers, is not stillness. It is motion, so constant, so complete, that it feels like peace. From its steady light comes a simple truth. What endures is what continues to become. The dog star's glow crosses ages beyond memory. Each beam you see tonight began its journey long before your time, and still it moves. Its endurance is not a pause, but a rhythm, the soft breath of existence unfolding endlessly. Eternity is not a frozen state. It is the flowing persistence of light that refuses to rest. You can feel this motion within yourself, subtle, but present, the pulse that keeps you part of the same endless movement. To imagine eternity as stillness is to misunderstand its nature. What endures in the universe does so because it continues to change. The dog star remains not by resisting time, but by traveling through it. You too are part of this unfolding, not a single moment, trapped but an infinite series of transformations, each carrying the trace of the last. In this quiet recognition, you begin to sense that permanence is not about holding, but about flowing. Close your eyes and picture yourself beneath a vast sky. Around you, everything moves. Clouds wind light, yet beneath it all, there is a steady silence, the kind that hums beneath existence itself. This is not contradiction, it is balance. Stillness, you realize, is simply motion seen from afar. Eternity breathes in the same way it expands. It contracts, it renews itself with every heartbeat of the cosmos. The dog star continues its quiet motion, its light soft against the infinite dark. It does not seek to last. It simply cannot cease. You too are this way, the continuation of everything before you, the breath of stars reshaped into thought. Eternity does not wait at the end of time. It unfolds in every moment that passes through you. What never ends is not something distant, but something constant. This quiet awareness, this act of being. Have you ever felt time slow so deeply that it almost disappeared? In that space between one breath and the next, eternity reveals itself. It is not far away, not hidden in the future. It lives inside the ordinary now. The dog star's journey is proof of this. Every flicker of its light is both ancient and new, both beginning and continuation. So too are you, each thought and breath part of an unbroken stream. Imagine someone sitting alone in the quiet of night. The air still, the stars uncountable. The world changes around them. Seasons, memories, sound, yet within the simple rhythm of their breath, something remains untouched. That presence, calm and alive, is eternity itself. You have felt it too, in the moments between words, between thoughts, when the need to move gives way to the truth of being. The dog star teaches, without speaking, to be eternal is to move gently within change, to let transformation become the shape of continuity. Eternity is not the absence of time. It is time's true form, unbroken, endless, circular. When you breathe, you're already part of it. The same rhythm that keeps the stars burning, the galaxies spinning, the night unfolding. Let this realization settle softly. Eternity is not waiting for you. It is moving through you. You do not need to reach for it or name it. The dog star continues across space, its light stretching beyond what the eye can follow, yet never leaving the present. You are that same light, never still, never lost, always becoming. And somewhere far beyond the edges of thought, the dog star's glow still travels, carrying the quiet truth that nothing lasting ever stands still. It flows breath by breath endlessly through you. The dog star moves on in quiet rhythm, its light unchanged, yet never the same. Each pulse of radiance born anew from what came before. From that endless motion comes another thought that nothing in the universe ever truly ends. It only changes form. The boundary between what was and what will be is softer than it seems, like breath folding into breath. Never separate, never still. You look up and the sky feels alive, not static, but unfolding. Every star you see is both ancient and new, its light. A message sent long ago, still finding you now. The dog star burns not as a symbol of permanence, but of transformation. Its glow is the quiet truth that eternity is not stillness, but continuity, the seamless exchange between ending and beginning. You too are part of this exchange, shaped by cycles you cannot see, carried forward by changes that feel like loss, but are only passage. In the vastness of space, nothing stays fixed. Stars are born from dust, burn through their time, and return again to dust, which gathers once more into flame. Even silence evolves, waves of energy moving through nothingness, carrying echoes of things that no longer are yet still exist in trace. You are surrounded by these continuations. The atoms in your breath once belonged to stars. The carbon in your body once glowed in another sun. Nothing vanishes, it only shifts. Imagine eternity not as a line stretching endlessly, but as a circle where every point returns to its beginning, though never the same. The dog star's light travels forward, yet each photon it casts becomes part of something else. Dust, reflection, memory, warmth. You too send your own light in quiet ways, gestures that ripple beyond sight, shaping worlds you will never know. If immortality exists, it is not in being unchanging, but in being shared endlessly, invisibly, through everything you touch. Have you ever felt a moment so complete that it seemed outside of time? A sound, a breath, a glance that felt both fleeting and infinite. In that instant, you touched the nature of immortality. Every moment is part of the eternal, not because it lasts, but because it transforms. The dog star's light reaches you tonight only by changing, bending through air, scattering through distance, becoming something new at every step. Change is not the opposite of eternity. It is its heartbeat. You can sense this rhythm in yourself too. Every cell within you renews, every thought dissolves to make way for another. What you call aging is simply the universe remembering itself through you. You are not separate from the stars that fade or the winds that shift. You are their continuation. Immortality is not yours. To achieve it is what you already are. The infinite is not beyond you. It is within the motion that keeps you breathing. Imagine sitting alone under the night sky, the world around you quiet. You inhale and somewhere the stars breathe with you. The same rhythm flows through everything, expansion and return, rise and fall, light and shadow. Nothing resists this pattern. Even stillness is a form of motion. Even silence carries sound. Eternity is not an endless duration. It is a constant unfolding. You do not need to hold it. You only need to allow it to move through you. If eternity is continuation, then every moment you live is a part of it. Every breath is an echo of something before and a gift to something after. The dog star's light does not stop to rest, and yet it is never lost. You are the same, always moving, always changing, always returning. What you are is not meant to stay. It is meant to flow, and through that flow, it never ceases. Perhaps this is the truth the dog star keeps whispering across the dark, that nothing is truly gone, that what changes only deepens. Every form, every thought, every life is part of the same unbroken current where disappearance is another name for becoming. You are the witness and the movement, the star and its fading light. And as you breathe now quietly under the same sky, you feel it, the infinite folding into this single moment, the eternal passing through you, unchanged in essence, yet endlessly reborn. The dog star drifts onward, its light folding through time, altered yet always whole. From that motion comes another reflection that eternity hides, not in what resists change, but in what embraces it. Every shift, every passing form carries within it the quiet pulse of what never ends. You begin to sense that the eternal is not still. It breathes through transformation, through the soft unraveling of what was into what becomes. The universe does not keep things the same. Stars collapse, and our born-again galaxies stretch and fold. Dust gathers and disperses, all in the rhythm of endless becoming. Even as forms fade, the essence remains energy, shifting shape, yet never leaving. You are made of the same motion. What you call change is the universe remembering itself through new expressions. What you call loss is only light taking a different form. Imagine the dog star as it passes through clouds of cosmic dust. Its glow bends, scatters, softens, yet it never disappears. The light that reaches you has changed countless times, touched by space, altered by distance, and still it shines. In the same way, every transformation in your life carries the trace of what has always been. Change does not erase you. It reveals the continuity hidden beneath all endings. There are moments when you look at the world and see only passing time, slipping faces, fading places, dissolving into memory. Yet within each moment of vanishing lies something constant, the quiet awareness that observes it all. That awareness does not fade with what it witnesses. It endures untouched by form, like the light within the star that continues long after its surface has changed. You are both the changing and the changeless, the wave and the sea beneath. Have you ever noticed how nothing in nature truly stands still? The trees sway, the air moves, even the stones shift in time. Yet from all this motion arises a sense of permanence, the feeling that something somewhere continues without end. Perhaps eternity is not what halts change, but what gives it meaning. The dog star burns through transformation, and still its essence remains the same brilliance expressed in a new ways. You too move through cycles of transformation, beginnings disguised as endings, departures that return as arrivals. Each change may feel like loss, but beneath it flows an unbroken current. Every version of you that has ever been still exists within this one, each breath, carrying the echo of all that came before. Eternity is not distant. It is the invisible thread that connects every change into one continuous motion. Imagine yourself standing beneath the sky, the air cool and quiet. You watch clouds drift, stars pulse, and realize that everything above and within you is changing, yet somehow the moment feels whole. This is what immortality truly is, not a frozen state, but a perfect flow where every movement completes the last. Even when you cannot see the pattern, it continues weaving through silence and time. Perhaps the dog star teaches this through its distance, that to be eternal is to remain through transformation, not outside of it. Its light crosses ages, touching worlds that no longer exist, and still it carries meaning. The same truth lives in you. Each time you let change unfold, without resistance you join the rhythm of the stars. dying being reborn, yet never ceasing to be. So ask yourself gently, when you feel the ground shifting beneath you, can you find eternity in the motion itself? Can you feel the permanence hidden within impermanence? The stillness that moves with every change? The answer is already within your breath, the rise and fall that never stops, the endless return to the same quiet truth. Change does not take away your place in the universe, it confirms it. You're not outside the rhythm, you're its echo, its continuation, its light refracted through time. Like the dog star, you will keep changing form, and in that change, you will never truly end. From the quiet rhythm of eternity, another whisper begins to rise, a thought that glows faintly at the edge of the dark. It is a reminder that even in the deepest shadow, something luminous endures. This is the lesson of hope, the light that waits patiently at the end of every tunnel, guiding not through brightness, but through presence. The dog star drifts onward through the deep, its light steady, quiet, unchanged by distance. From that far horizon, a new thought begins to unfold, that even the faintest glow has meaning. Even the smallest light can carry you through the dark. Hope does not rush or demand. It arrives slowly, almost unnoticed, like a whisper in the void. What endures through the silence is not brightness, but direction, the sense that something beyond still reaches toward you. The universe itself breathes through these small lights. Stars born in collapse, their remnants glowing softly through the ruins of what once was, remind you that destruction and renewal share the same breath. Hope, too, does not stand apart from despair. It grows inside it, shaped by it, surviving because of it. You may not see where it begins, yet you feel it a pull so quiet that only your stillness can hear. Imagine you are standing in a vast dark room. Around you, no edges, no shapes, no signs of life. Yet from somewhere, a thin strand of light drifts through a narrow space, soft, pale, almost trembling. It does not fill the room, but it shifts the air. You take a breath, and for the first time you notice the faint pattern of things. The light does not show the end. It only reminds you that there is one. Hope is not the opposite of darkness. It is the movement within it. It is the faint pulse of energy that turns endings into beginnings. The gentle rhythm that continues beneath stillness. You do not have to chase it. It finds you each time you pause long enough to listen. Like the dog star, its light may travel across lifetimes unseen and unmeasured, yet it arrives exactly when you are ready to notice. There are nights when the world feels unreachable, when silence weighs on your chest like stone. In those moments, it is easy to forget the quiet work that light is doing beyond the walls of your knowing. The dog star has been moving toward you for centuries, its light carrying through dust and time. What you see tonight began long before you were born, and yet it was always meant to meet your gaze now. Hope moves in the same way, invisible, until it touches you, inevitable, once it does. Have you ever wondered why even a distant light feels enough to steady you? It is not because of its brightness, but because of what it reveals. Not the path, but the fact that there is one. Hope is not about clarity. It is about continuity. It does not promise ease, only direction. You cannot hold it, but you can move with it. It asks nothing more than your willingness to see even when seeing feels impossible. Think of the dog star again. its glow reaching across the dark without urgency. It does not hurry the night, it does not fight the shadows. It exists beside them, and in doing so, it changes everything. You too carry that kind of light, quiet, steady, unforced. Even when it flickers, it remains alive, waiting beneath the surface of your doubt. Hope does not vanish when unseen. It only waits patient as the cosmos. Perhaps this is what the stars have been teaching since the beginning, that illumination is not an end, but a gesture, a way of saying, continue. The light does not conquer the dark. It travels with it, shapes it, gives it meaning. You do not escape your shadows. You learn to walk within them, guided by a glow that was always your own. So imagine that you are still in that room, the faint light brushing against your face. You cannot see far ahead, but you no longer need to. Each breath carries you closer to where the light has already been. You are not waiting for hope. You are walking through it. The dog star continues its slow journey, its light threading through the endless night, unchanged in purpose. Somewhere between your breath and its distant shimmer lies the same truth, that hope is not something you search for, but something that finds you when you stay still long enough to feel it. And in that quiet recognition, the dark softens and the path ahead begins to appear, one silent pulse of light at a time. From the light that reaches you through distance comes another thought, quiet and unspoken, that hope does not always declare itself. It moves, like the dog star, through the dark, silent, patient, unseen, yet always present. What continues does not need to announce its purpose. It simply exists, steady as breath, certain as the rhythm of time. Hope is not made of words. It does not rise in speeches or linger in promises. It appears in movement, in the small act of continuing when you cannot see where you are going. You take one step, then another, and though the path is hidden, something beneath your awareness keeps guiding you forward. That motion itself is hope, soft and invisible, yet immense in its reach. The dog star glows without sound, without signal. Its light does not demand to be noticed, yet it travels farther than any voice could reach. In that silence, it teaches you something simple, that to continue shining is enough. You do not need to name the reason or define the meaning. Hope, like the star, does not explain itself. It simply continues crossing centuries of night to arrive where you stand now. Imagine walking through a fog that hides the horizon. The air is thick, the ground beneath your feet uneven, and each step feels uncertain. Still you move. You cannot see far ahead, yet the act of walking becomes its own purpose. Hope lives inside this kind of motion, not loud, not triumphant, but steady. It does not promise an end. It exists within the continuation. There are moments when silence feels endless, when your voice fades into the vastness and returns as nothing. You may think hope has left you then, but it has only changed form. It no longer shines above you. It breathes within you. Every quiet heartbeat is a conversation between you and what remains unseen. The dog star has crossed millennia without a sound, and yet you still feel its echo. Hope speaks in that same language, wordless but understood. Have you ever felt the pull to continue even when you could not say why? That pull is not logic. It is the gravity of hope. It keeps you moving, not because you are certain, but because something deep within you refuses to stop. Hope is the unseen rhythm of persistence, not in defiance of darkness, but in harmony with it. You cannot reason with it or capture it. You can only follow its quiet lead. The universe, too, moves this way, endlessly expanding, folding, creating new space and silence. No part of it speaks yet. Everything continues. Stars are born, collapse, and begin again, not as repetition, but as transformation. Hope mirrors this same process. It is not a word carried through time. It is the movement that time itself follows. You are not separate from this motion. You are one of its forms. In every breath, there is a beginning and an ending, and between them a pause. That pause is not empty. It is the space where hope lives. You breathe it in without knowing you exhale it, without effort. The dog star's light travels in this rhythm, too expanding, fading, returning. Its journey is the same as yours, quiet and continuous, unmeasured by distance or destination. When you realize this, you stop asking for signs. You understand that hope was never a promise. It was always a presence. It does not arrive to rescue you. It has been here waiting for you to notice the silence it fills. You do not need to speak it aloud for it to exist. The light of the dog star proves that truth, shining still through distances no voice could cross. So take another step even if you cannot see the way. The air may still be dim, the road uncertain, but the act of moving is already enough. Hope does not light the whole path. It accompanies you as you walk. You do not follow it. You move with it. Every breath, every motion, every quiet decision to continue, that is its voice. And somewhere far above, the dog star keeps shining without word, without pause. Its silence reaches you like a soft breath, reminding you that hope does not need to be named to exist. It only needs to be lived quietly, step by step, through the darkness that is still learning to let light in. From the silence of that light, another thought begins to unfold, that hope, though unseen, is never absent. It moves through shadow, as softly as breath, waiting for the moment you remember it exists. Just as the dog star's glow continues, even when hidden by cloud or distance, so too does the quiet pulse of hope remain, carrying its warmth through every darkened space within you. Hope is not something that fades. It only changes its form. When the sky grows dim, it hides within your breath, within the still rhythm of your heart. It waits in the quiet pauses between thoughts in the calm, after exhaustion, in the faint shimmer that rises when all else has settled. The dog star has crossed the dark for centuries, its light patient and unbroken. Even when unseen, it never stops arriving. You too carry that same endurance, even when you cannot feel it. There are moments when everything feels too heavy to move, when silence fills every corner of your mind. The horizon disappears, and you cannot tell where one moment ends and another begins. Yet within that stillness, hope continues its work, soft and invisible. You may not see it or name it, but it lives beneath the weight, waiting, breathing, shaping the path that will return you to yourself. The light of the dog star does not vanish when hidden. It continues to travel, certain that one day it will meet your gaze again. Imagine yourself standing beneath a sky where no stars are visible. The air is thick and the night feels endless. You look upward and see nothing yet. Somewhere beyond sight, light is still moving toward you. You cannot rush it. You can only trust its journey. Hope is this same kind of motion, quiet, patient, unstoppable. It does not need to be seen to be real. Its strength is not in brightness, but in its persistence, in its decision to continue through the dark without question. When you are tired, hope rests with you. It does not ask you to rise or to fight. It simply remains, like the dog star, beyond the clouds. It waits for the moment when you are ready to notice it again. You do not lose hope when you fall into silence. You return to the place where hope was always meant to live within your stillness. The universe never demands your strength. It offers its own. The stars carry your quiet through their light, holding space for you until you remember the way back. Have you ever felt that strange comfort in the middle of difficulty? The faint sense that something unseen is keeping you company even when you cannot name it. That is hope too. It does not stand apart from pain. It breathes within it, the same way light folds itself into shadow without fear. Hope weaves itself into hardship without resistance. You are not asked to overcome the darkness, only to stay long enough to see that the dark has never been empty. The dog star continues its long orbit, carrying with it the memory of every night it has passed through. Its light touches worlds that have forgotten its name, and still it shines. Hope moves the same way through your life, crossing years, crossing silences, reaching you exactly when you need it most. You may not call it hope, you may call it breath warmth or quiet awareness, but it is there waiting at the edges of your being, patient as the cosmos. When everything slows and the world feels far away, remember this: you are not separate from the light you seek. The same force that moves the stars moves through you. You're not walking alone. You're walking with the rhythm of something ancient and kind. Hope is not outside of you. It is the echo that hums quietly beneath your heartbeat, reminding you that even now, you belong to the light. So let yourself rest for a moment. Let the weight settle and listen to the quiet that remains. In that silence, hope will find you again, not as a flash or a promise, but as a steady glow that never left. The dog star still shines beyond sight, its light folded gently through the vastness of space. And somewhere within you, that same light is still burning, calm, patient, eternal, guiding you through the dark, one silent breath at a time. The silence of hope fades gently, leaving behind a soft trace of light. From that lingering glow, a new understanding begins to form, one that speaks not of beginnings or endings, but of what continues quietly beneath them all. This is the lesson of the immortal and the eternal, the invisible continuation that never stops becoming. The dog star drifts through the vast expanse, unhurried its light, traveling far beyond the place where it was born. Somewhere, its original form may have already faded, but its glow continues crossing centuries to find you now. This is not a remnant of the past. It is the continuation of being, the proof that nothing truly ends, only transforms, only moves differently through time. Every star is part of an invisible thread, a network of motion that never ceases. Even when a star collapses, its fragments give birth to new beginnings, its energy reshaping the dark into light once more. Eternity is not a stillness frozen in time. It is a rhythm that breathes quietly through transformation. The dog star reminds you that immortality does not mean permanence. It means continuation, movement, renewal without end. Imagine looking up at the night sky. The light you see is ancient, older than every thought you've ever had. That glow began its journey before your name existed, before this moment was born. And yet it arrives now, perfect in its timing. What you witness is not history. It is connection. a conversation between what was and what is. The light may have left its source long ago, but its presence remains. This is the true nature of eternity distance, without loss, time without disappearance. You breathe in the same particles that once belonged to stars. The air, the dust, the warmth in your chest, all of it is the universe remembering itself through you. Nothing ever leaves the whole. It only shifts form. The dog star's radiance has traveled through silence, through the fabric of galaxies, through the very atoms that now live within your skin. In this way, you are not separate from it. You are part of the same invisible motion that carries everything forward. Sometimes, you might think of endings of moments, that fade of people, or dreams that seem to vanish. But even in their absence, something remains. The sound of their existence echoes quietly through time, woven into new shapes, new meanings. The universe does not lose what it creates. It transforms it. The light that fades from one sky becomes the dawn of another. You are surrounded by what once was still living in different forms. Nothing truly disappears. It simply finds another way to be. Have you ever stood beneath the stars and felt that strange calm, the sense that everything continues, even when unseen? That feeling is recognition. You are sensing the quiet continuity of all things, the same pulse that moves through the dog star, through time, through you. Every breath is a reminder that existence is circular, not linear, that what departs always returns, that what fades always becomes something else. If you close your eyes, you might feel it, the slow hum beneath your awareness, the gentle movement of energy that does not end. It carries you even when you stop noticing it, just as the dog star's light carries across lifetimes without effort. You do not have to understand this rhythm to belong to it. You are already part of it, breathing in step with the eternal cycle that never pauses, never repeats, yet never stops. The night sky is a reflection of this truth. You look at the stars, and they look back their light, arriving long after their forms have changed. You are witnessing the afterglow of creation, the soft continuation of what once was. In that moment, you realize that eternity is not beyond you. It moves through you, through your heartbeat, through your smallest gestures, through the quiet persistence of being alive. The dog star continues its passage through the dark, no longer the same as it once was, yet still entirely itself. Its light travels without purpose, without beginning or end, carried only by the nature of its existence. So do you. You move through time and change, leaving traces that never fade, creating echoes that continue long after you stop listening. This is immortality, not endless life, but endless motion, the unseen thread that connects you to everything that ever was and everything that will be. The dog star continues its silent motion through the dark, its light unchanged, yet always becoming. From that quiet flow, another truth begins to unfold, that eternity is not stillness, but movement, unending. Change itself is the breath of what endures. The universe is never at rest. Stars are born, collapse, and return as dust, and even that dust drifts on to seed new light. Nothing remains as it was yet. Everything continues. Eternity does not mean untouched by time. It means carried by time, reshaped within its rhythm. You can sense it in the air you breathe, once starlight, once flame, now life. The eternal is not a frozen image. It is transformation that never ceases. You too are part of that movement. Each moment within you dissolves into the next, each thought fading so another may rise. You're not losing what you were. You are becoming what you already contain. To change is not to leave behind it, is to continue. The same light that once left the dog star now touches your skin, not as a relic, but as renewal. Eternity breathes through you each time you exhale and begin again. Imagine the stars as ripples in an infinite ocean. None of them hold their shape, yet the sea itself remains. Every wave collapses into another. Every shimmer folds into the next horizon. This is how the universe endures, not by resisting change, but by welcoming it. You are no different. Every shift within you, every moment of uncertainty is part of that same endless motion. The pattern only appears when you let it move. Have you ever noticed how time feels circular when you stop rushing? The same seasons return, the same wind, repeat, and yet each time feels new. That is eternity revealing itself through change. The dog star's light you see tonight began its journey long before language, but it meets you now, as if born this very instant. Nothing is ever lost to time. It only changes its face, waiting to be seen again in a different form. If you look closely, you'll find that what dies is not the thing itself, but the way it was seen. The universe does not erase it, reimagines. Every ending is a new shape forming beneath the surface. The dog star has burned transformed and continued countless times, yet its light remains familiar. The eternal is not separate from change. It is expressed through it, like silence within sound. You may think of your life as a series of beginnings and endings, but in truth, it is one continuous thread. What you call loss is often only movement. What you call growth is simply the universe, remembering its own form through you. Eternity is not found beyond time, but inside it, in the rhythm that turns every departure into arrival, every fading into becoming. When you reflect on your past, you may see how change has never truly erased you. Each version of yourself still exists in quiet layers, forming the constellation of who you are. Like the dog star shining through distance, your light has traveled through many selves, many moments, and still finds its way forward. You have never stopped existing. You have only changed the way you appear. Have you ever felt the sense that nothing ever truly ends, that each breath carries something of what was before? Perhaps eternity is not a destination, but a pulse that flows through everything unseen yet constant. The dog star reminds you of this. Its light, though, born from collapse, continues as guidance for those who look up. You are part of the same law, the same ongoing flame. The eternal is not hidden in stillness, but revealed in motion. You are the movement of all that has come before and all that will continue after. Even in moments of stillness, the universe within you is shifting cells, dividing atoms, moving stars, dying in the dust that becomes your breath. To live is to change. To change is to endure. Eternity does not wait outside of you. It moves within you, quietly, endlessly, like light finding its way home. The dog star continues its quiet journey across the night, its light both ancient and new, never the same, yet never gone. From that gentle rhythm, a new reflection arises that nothing truly ends. Everything only changes its form. Eternity is not stillness. It is transition without boundary, the endless motion of what continues unseen. The universe breathes through these transformations. Stars collapse into dust, and that dust becomes the seed of new light. What disappears in one place begins again in another. You can feel this truth within yourself, in every thought that fades, to make room for another, in every version of you that dissolves quietly into the next. Change is not an interruption of existence. It is its continuation. Imagine a river flowing through the night. You cannot see each drop, yet you know it moves, constant and unbroken, carrying what was toward what will be. You stand at its edge, watching, and though no moment remains the same, the river endures. This is what eternity feels like. Not a single frozen image, but an unending flow that holds everything in motion. The dog star's light is this same current reaching you across centuries, unchanged in essence, though remade by time. You are part of that current. Every breath you take becomes the air someone else will breathe. Every thought dissolves into the quiet pattern of the whole. Even the smallest motion continues beyond your knowing its trace, woven into something larger. Eternity is not distant. It is what carries you, what moves through you, what remains when everything else shifts. Have you ever looked back at a moment long gone and felt it still living somewhere within you? That memory is not the past returning. It is the proof that nothing truly leaves. The light from stars that no longer exist still touches your eyes. The warmth of a vanished day still hums faintly in your pulse. What you call endings are only thresholds, points where form gives way to form, and life continues in another shape. The dog star perhaps has already changed beyond recognition. Its light may be the echo of something that once was, yet its presence remains real, immediate, alive. What reaches you now is not the past, but a thread in the unbroken weave of existence. The same pattern holds you, shifting, reforming, and still whole. You are not moving away from eternity. You are within it, carried forward by the same invisible flow. Think of every loss, not as disappearance, but as movement, as water slipping quietly around a bend. You cannot follow where it goes, but you can trust it continues. The current never stops. Even when you cannot see it, it remains shaping what comes next. Eternity is not hidden at the end of time. It is the motion that gives time its meaning. Have you noticed how every change once feared becomes ordinary? How every ending softens into something you can hold? That softening is the work of eternity, the way it folds you gently into what's next. The dog star's light has crossed ages of darkness to reach you, and still it continues. So too does everything you've ever been. When you pause long enough to listen, you can feel it, the hum beneath all movement, the pulse that never stops. You're not standing beside eternity. You are part of its breath, one note in its endless song. Nothing ends here. Not really. Everything continues, reshaped, renewed, returning to itself in silence. The dog star shines on its light, moving without destination, an unbroken line across the dark. You are part of that same line, a continuation without edges, without end. Every moment, every change, every loss, every beginning, all belong to the same eternal flow. And when you breathe, you join it again, the quiet river of light that carries everything home. The dog star drifts through the infinite dark, its light soft as breath carrying the quiet memory of everything that has ever existed. From its slow and endless motion, another realization unfolds that nothing in this universe is ever truly lost. What changes transforms. What ends becomes part of something new. Every fragment, every motion, every thought continues woven into the same eternal rhythm that holds the stars together. You look up at the night sky, and what you see is not the past disappearing, but the universe remembering. Each glimmer above you is a particle of time, a trace of something that once burned, still arriving now. The light of the dog star may have left its source long ago, but it remains alive, in its travel unbroken, unstoppable. So too, with you, every action, every thought leaves a subtle mark, a resonance that does not fade. The eternal exists not only in the vast, but within the smallest continuation of being. Have you ever noticed how silence carries sound long after it fades? How warmth lingers after fire dies? The universe moves in the same way. Energy does not vanish. It becomes something else, someone else, somewhere else. Each breath you release joins the air that has circled the earth for ages. Each motion you make reshapes the unseen. What you do does not disappear when it ends. It becomes part of the ongoing dance that connects all things. Imagine the stars above as witnesses to this continuity. Every particle of light that touches your skin was once part of a star, a flame, a dream. The atoms that form your bones were once pieces of cosmic dust. Even now, as you breathe, you are exchanging fragments with everything around you, the trees, the ocean, the distant stars. You are not separate from the universe. You are its continuation, its quiet unfolding in another form. If you could see yourself through time, you would notice that nothing about you is entirely new, and yet nothing about you is ever the same. The universe reshapes itself through you again and again. Each thought, each heartbeat, each moment of stillness becomes a thread in the endless fabric of being. What you call you is not an isolated form. It is a constellation made from every motion that came before. When you move through the world, you are creating echoes that travel far beyond your awareness. A word spoken softly may linger in memory. A gesture may ripple through time in ways you'll never know. Like the dog star, you're both distant and near both light and its shadow. The eternal does not ask for permanence. It asks only to continue to exist in the quiet exchange between presence and transformation. Have you ever wondered if your smallest moments matter? The glance, the silence, the breath taken without thought? They do. Every particle within you is ancient, recycled from countless lives before, destined to live again after. You are both the beginning and the result, both spark and reflection. Even when you feel small, you are vast, a living trace of the universe continuing its own story. Think of this as you look up at the sky. Somewhere the dog star's light still travels toward you, unchanged in purpose, though its form has long since evolved. What you see is a memory, alive in motion, proof that existence never ends. It only continues elsewhere. Your being works the same way. Nothing you are is lost. It simply shifts, carried forward by time and breath. The atoms that hold you now will one day become something else, air, soil, perhaps the light that reaches another life. That is the promise of immortality, not to stay as you are, but to remain within everything. The dog star's glow is not confined to its source. It belongs to the night itself. You too belong to this vastness, inseparable from its rhythm. So breathe and feel it, the quiet persistence of what endures through all things. You are not apart from the eternal, you are one of its expressions. Each action, each thought, each silence continues beyond you, shaping the world in ways unseen. You do not fade, you transform. You move as light does, endlessly gently, returning always to the whole. The dog star continues its long drift through space, its light soft, constant breathing across centuries. From that quiet motion arises one final reflection, that immortality is not a distant state, but a rhythm that lives inside each moment. What endures is not somewhere beyond time. It is here, within the breath you are taking now. Eternity is not something you look for. It is what happens when you stop searching and begin to feel. You exist not in the endless span of years, but in this single pulse, this small point of stillness, where everything passes through you. The dog star's light does not wait to be seen. It continues because that is its nature. You too are a continuation, the quiet unfolding of being through time, never paused, never lost. Imagine yourself sitting in a silent room, the air unmoving, the world holding its breath. You begin to notice the sound of your own breathing, the rise and fall, the pause between. Within that rhythm, there is no past, no future, only presence. Each breath becomes its own universe, born fading and returning again. This is immortality in its truest form, not the refusal of change, but the awareness that life never stops flowing. The dog star's light touches you now, even though its source may have already transformed. What you see is a memory, still alive, a moment stretched across time. Your own existence works in the same way. Every feeling, every thought, every heartbeat sends its echo forward, beyond what you can perceive. You're not moving through time. Time is moving through you. Each instant is a gate, and eternity passes through it. Have you ever felt a moment so still that it seemed to hold the entire world inside it? A sunset, a whisper, a breath shared with silence. In those moments, you touch the infinite, not because time stops, but because it expands around you. Eternity hides in plain sight in the spaces between heartbeats, in the still warmth of existence itself. The dog star has known this truth for ages, that to exist fully, even for an instant, is to exist forever. When you breathe, you participate in the oldest rhythm in the universe. The same motion that moves galaxies moves through your chest. You're not separate from what endures. You are part of its motion. Every breath joins the same endless exchange air, becoming thought, thought becoming silence, silence returning to air. The cycle is unbroken, the pattern eternal. Have you noticed how a moment of awareness feels larger than thought, how it opens without needing meaning, without needing to last? That is the pulse of eternity inside you. You do not hold it, it holds you. The dog star's glow is only another reflection of that same truth, that what exists completely in one instant exists beyond all endings. Imagine the night around you stretching endlessly, and within it, your quiet breath rising like a small star. You are not apart from the universe you observe. You are its continuation, its living memory, its slow unfolding through form and feeling. Every heartbeat you take becomes part of the same cosmic rhythm that keeps light moving through the dark. In this way, you are never outside of immortality. It is not a promise to come, It is the state of being here. Each moment, if entered, completely contains the whole of existence, infinite, complete, and unrepeatable. The dog star will continue to shine, and its light will touch worlds not yet born. So too will the trace of your being carried in breath, in memory, in the quiet pattern of life itself. Let this understanding rest gently within you. The eternal does not live at the end of time. It lives inside each moment you inhabit fully. When you breathe, you are not counting seconds, you are shaping infinity. Each breath is both a beginning and an arrival, both fleeting and endless. You are not waiting for eternity. You are already inside it, shining quietly, just like the dog star. The dog star drifts beyond sight, its light crossing oceans of silence, touching worlds it will never see. From its quiet motion begins a gentle awakening, a reminder that you too belong to this vastness. Every breath you take is part of the same rhythm that moves the stars. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe remembering itself through you. As you lie beneath the night sky, notice how stillness expands around you. The air holds a faint hum, the quiet language of existence, speaking through light and distance. The dog star shines above patient, older than memory, and yet its light finds you here now, perfectly on time. You do not need to reach for meaning. You are already within it. The space between your thoughts is made of the same silence that fills the heavens. You begin to sense it, the connection that does not require words. The stars above the ground, beneath the breath, within all part of one unbroken thread. You are not a point within the universe. You are its unfolding, its soft echo in human form. The dog star does not look down at you. It shines through you as if your heart were another small constellation reflecting its light. Imagine for a moment that the sky is breathing with you. Every inhale draws the stars closer. Every exhale sends your awareness further into space. There is no separation between what you see and what you are. The same elements that form the stars form you: carbon, iron, dust, and light. The cosmos does not end at your skin. It continues inward, infinite, in every direction. Now let that thought rest. Feel how the vastness outside mirrors the stillness within. There is nothing to solve, here nothing to chase. You are already aligned with everything that exists. Like the dog star, you shine simply because you cannot do otherwise. You are presence itself, suspended between eternity and breath, a living particle of the infinite whole. And now, as you lay back, remember this: just like the dog star, you are part of this vast infinite cosmos. You don't need to understand everything. You don't need to rush. In this moment, you are exactly where you need to be, at peace under the same sky, connected to the universe. The stars are not above you. They are within you, reflecting the quiet certainty that existence is shared. The dog star continues to shimmer gently, its light moving through unseen pathways of space. You feel it, not as brightness, but as calm. Its presence is not loud, not insistent, but steady, like the rhythm of your pulse. The connection between you and the universe is not a thought. It is a sensation deep and ancient, reminding you that nothing stands alone. Every light in the sky is a memory of the same origin, the same first breath that gave rise to everything. If you listen closely, you can almost hear it, the hum beneath existence, the quiet harmony that threads through every atom of your being. You're surrounded by it, held within it. The stars, the air, the silence, they are all parts of one vast conversation. You do not need to add to it. Your presence is already enough. Now, allow yourself to settle into this moment, free from worries, free from the rush of the day. Just like the stars that have always existed, you are part of something timeless. No need to chase, no need to strive, just be here, in the quiet of the night, embraced by the universe. Imagine the stars above as countless small breaths, each one a pulse of the universe. Inhaling and exhaling, you are breathing with them now, your body moving in rhythm with their silent expansion. Time no longer feels like a line. It becomes a wave, a gentle current carrying you toward stillness. You do not have to do anything but float. There is a calmness that comes when you stop searching. The night does not hurry to reveal its secrets. It simply holds them patiently, like a sky full of waiting light. You are the same. A vast space filled with small luminous moments, each one reflecting something eternal. The dog star's glow touches you softly, and you realize that peace has no direction. It is simply the absence of distance between you and everything else. Have you ever felt how silence deepens when you stop resisting it? The stillness around you is not empty. It is alive, filled with the slow breath of the cosmos. When you release your need to understand, the universe moves closer. You can feel it now, the warmth of belonging, the quiet gravity that holds you steady in the dark. Breathe again, slowly, gently. Let each breath remind you that you're not drifting alone. The same force that carries the dog star through endless space is the same one that carries you through your own quiet journey. You are part of the same current, the same unfolding, the same eternal rhythm. When you let go of your thoughts, you begin to hear it, the silence between everything, the unspoken connection that has always been there. You are not small within the universe. You are vast within it. The dog stars light your breath, the still air around you, all of it moving together softly, endlessly. Have you noticed that in moments of complete stillness, time seems to dissolve? The present expands, stretching outward until it feels infinite. That is where you are now, in the center of all existence, untouched, unhurried, whole. The universe is not outside of you. It is moving through you, breathing with you, existing as you. When you relax, can you feel the peace inside each breath? Can you sense how the universe folds around you like a quiet tide, gentle and unending? There is no need to reach for anything more. You're already here already, part of what has always been. The stars do not need to know their names to shine, neither do you. So rest now under the same ancient sky, where the dog star glows softly in the distance. The night hums with the same quiet energy that beats in your chest. You are not separate from it, you never were. You are the stillness and the motion, the silence and the sound, the star, and the one who gazes at it. The universe does not ask you to understand it. It only asks that you be present, breathing aware. In this moment, you are eternal. In this breath, you are infinite. And somewhere the dog star continues its journey, its light finding you once more, reminding you that you have always belonged to the same vast, unbroken whole. The dog star continues its slow drift through the sky, its light softer now, folding into the rhythm of your breath. From that quiet distance, A new sense begins to unfold, not of motion, but of return. The universe, vast and unending, does not move away from you. It circles back gently like a tide. The journey has never been about reaching the stars, but about finding the silence they reflect within you. Let the gentle glow of the dog star guide you into the quiet corners of your mind. Its light does not ask you to see, only to feel. Each pulse of brightness carries an echo of everything that has ever existed, a whisper that reminds you that peace has always been waiting, patient and still. As you drift deeper into yourself, you realize that the wisdom of the stars, ancient and timeless, has never been far away. It lives within you, beneath the noise, beneath the thinking. You begin to notice the way silence feels not empty, but full. It holds weight like air at dusk, suspended between motion and rest. This is where you find the true stillness, not in the absence of sound, but in the space that allows it to exist. The dog star's glow hums gently in the distance, and somehow you feel it touching your thoughts, softening them, untying the knots that kept them restless. As you breathe, your awareness deepens, spreading softly through your body like ripples through still water. The mind, once filled with noise, becomes transparent. Thoughts come and go, but they no longer hold you. You are no longer chasing understanding. You are listening. The stars have always spoken this way, not through brilliance, but through persistence, through presence, through light that never stops arriving. Imagine the dog star above you now, its light traveling across centuries to find you here in this moment of rest. It does not rush. It does not fade. It simply moves endlessly patient, carrying within it the memory of everything it has ever touched. You realize then that peace works the same way. It doesn't need to be summoned. It only needs to be noticed. Let the light guide you gently inward. There, beneath all thought, you find a space untouched by time, calm, still whole. The noise of the day fades, the weight of thought releases, and you begin to drift into the quiet, where being and breathing become the same. You do not need to hold on to this peace. It is not fragile. It is the same peace that keeps the stars from falling, the same silence that keeps the universe in balance. As you sink deeper into the quiet, the distinction between the outer world and the inner begins to blur. The dog star glows somewhere far away, yet its light passes through you effortlessly. You realize that the boundary between what is you and what is the cosmos was never truly there. You are both the watcher and the light being watched. You are both the stillness and the motion that creates it. Now, feel the quiet within you as your breath becomes slower, more deliberate. The air enters, gently expands, and leaves each movement a soft exchange between you and everything that exists. Every breath connects you deeper with the universe, with the infinite, with the ancient rhythm that has guided the stars for eons. You are part of this, always connected, always at peace. The dog star does not forget its path, even through darkness, even when unseen. Its patience is the same patience that moves through your breath. The universe teaches you this rhythm with every inhale and every exhale, the art of surrender, of continuation, of quiet belonging. You breathe, and the stars breathe with you. You rest, and the cosmos rests inside you. Have you ever felt your breath as something more than air, as a rhythm shared across existence? The same pulse that moves through galaxies, oceans, and thought. When you breathe, you're taking part in that endless motion. You are both the stillness and the wave. The air you draw in now once touched stars, drifted through ancient forests, and passed through countless lives before finding its way to you. Nothing in the universe is lost. It only changes form. The dog star's glow reminds you of that continuity. Its light travels through centuries of silence, only to arrive in your present moment unchanged in purpose. Hope, peace, and presence move the same way, unseen, but always returning. When you exhale, you give something back to that same flow, a quiet offering to the vastness that holds you. You are both giving and receiving, both infinite and fleeting, both light and the space that carries it. As your body softens, you begin to notice the still music of existence, not sound, not silence, but something between. Each breath expands and dissolves. Each thought fades into another until all boundaries begin to blur. You are not a person within the universe. You are the awareness through which the universe experiences itself. The dog star is not above you. It is within you, breathing the same eternal rhythm. Let your mind settle into this realization. Like light finding water, there is no need to hold or control the moment. The more you release, the more clearly you feel the subtle pulse that moves through everything. This is where peace truly lives, not in escaping the world, but in merging with its quiet rhythm. Now, as your breath slows to match the movement of the stars, you can feel the universe listening. The same silence that hums through the dog star hums through your chest. You do not need to search for meaning in it. You are the meaning itself, the living, breathing continuation of everything that came before. Perhaps this is what peace has always meant, not the absence of sound, but the harmony of being, not an escape from thought, but a return to presence. When you breathe, the entire cosmos breathes with you, the dog star shimmering faintly, as if to remind you that the infinite is already within your grasp. So stay here for a while longer, in this silence that is never empty. Let each breath draw you closer to yourself, to the same light that travels endlessly across space. You are not separate from the universe. You are its reflection, its heartbeat, its quiet whisper in human form. And as you drift toward rest, remember, you are not falling asleep. You are returning home, guided by the soft, eternal glow of the dog star. The dog star continues its patient journey through the quiet sky, its light soft as breath, unhurried, unending. You can feel it now, the gentle fading of thought, the slow surrender of the day. Every sound grows distant, every motion stills, until only the rhythm of your breathing remains. The universe holds you the way it holds its stars, weightless, calm, suspended in infinite rest. Let go of the day. Let go of the voices and the hours that clung to you. Breathe deeply and feel the air enter and leave like the tide. With each exhale, release what is no longer needed. With each inhale, invite the quiet to take its place. You are safe. You are at peace. You are part of the cosmos, just as the stars above. Imagine yourself lying in a vast open space, surrounded by the hum of night. The stars shimmer softly, each one a small promise of stillness. They do not rush to shine. They simply exist. And in their quiet existence, they teach you how to rest. The dog star glows faintly in the distance, its light brushing against your skin like a whisper. It does not need to speak. Its glow says enough, you can rest now. Every breath deepens the quiet. Your body becomes lighter, your thoughts slower, the edges of the world fading into softness. You can feel the air around you, cool, gentle, timeless. The stars seem to watch over you, they're flickering like the slow beating of a heart. There is no need to reach, no need to do. Everything is exactly as it should be. With each breath, your body relaxes deeper, your mind becomes quieter. The tension that lived in your shoulders dissolves. The noise that filled your head grows softer, like waves retreating into still water. The universe holds this silence for you, asking nothing but your presence. You are here, and that is enough. You are exactly where you need to be. The stars above continue their eternal movement, but for now you do not need to follow them. You are not meant to chase the light, you are meant to rest within it. The dog star shines gently in the distance, its glow reaching you across ages, reminding you that peace is not something to find, but something to return to. Let the stars guide your dreams. As you drift off, imagine their light flowing softly through you, threading through each breath, each heartbeat. Feel the peace of the cosmos surrounding you, vast yet familiar. You're not falling into sleep, you're floating into harmony. The same rhythm that moves the galaxies moves within you now. There is no need to think anymore. Thought has done its work for the day. Let it rest like the horizon. After the sun has gone, there is nothing left to fix, nothing to hold. Every moment of stillness is a doorway, and as you pass through it, you enter the space where time no longer matters. It is time to let go, to release the noise, the questions, the unfinished things. They will wait for you, patient as the stars. For now, your only task is to breathe. Feel the breath as a wave, rising, falling, carrying you gently toward sleep. You do not need to control it. The universe breathes with you. Let the night embrace you. The air wraps softly around your body, the ground beneath you steady and cool. You're held by everything that has ever existed. The quiet gravity of the earth, the silent song of the stars, the gentle pulse of space itself. All of it moves through you, and all of it whispers the same truth. Rest. You are part of the stars, part of the endless sky. Rest now, knowing that you are at peace, and that the wisdom of the universe will always guide you, even as you sleep. The dog star watches quietly, its light unwavering, its patience eternal. You do not need to see it to know it is there. Just as peace does not need to be sought to be felt, you are drifting now softly, gently deeper into the calm. The stars blur into mist. The edges of thought dissolve. The breath becomes slower, quieter, almost imperceptible. Time folds upon itself, and you float within it, weightless. There is nothing to become, nothing to achieve. You are enough exactly as you are. The night hums faintly with your stillness. Even the stars seem to breathe with you, now their light pulsing in the same rhythm as your heart. You are no longer separate from them. You are part of the same vast intelligence, the same quiet perfection. You are light, you are air, you are the pause between worlds. Sleep well. May your dreams be as vast as the night sky, as deep as the silence that holds the stars. In those dreams, you will travel across constellations, through the soft fabric of time, through memories that are not your own, but belong to everything. The dog star will follow not as a guide, but as a companion, a reminder that no journey ever leads away from home. The light of the cosmos folds around you, now a blanket of eternity. You can feel it, the quiet hum of existence, the infinite breath of being. There is no distance left between you and the stars. You have become part of their glow, a small eternal light resting among countless others. Like the dog star, you are a part of this vast living universe. You do not need to understand it. You do not need to name it. In this moment, everything has already aligned. You are exactly where you need to be, in stillness, in peace, in the quiet embrace of the infinite. And as your breathing slows, as your thoughts dissolve into silence, the night carries you deeper into its rhythm. You are safe. You are timeless. You are home beneath the same sky, resting under the watchful light of the dog star, patient, ancient, and eternal.